Hello, Lego fans, and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025 to a brand new episode of the Brick Hour podcast. I'm your host, JJ, otherwise known as Langster Builds on Instagram. With me, as always, my wonderful co host. You know him, you love him, Cam, otherwise known as Camera Studios.
How's it going, everybody?
We are back from our holiday break. We have a fun episode
Yes.
for you guys in the store today. We're doing our Q&A that we've been plugging for a little while now. We are getting to that today. That'll be very fun. We're also going to talk a little bit about the future of the channel, what we're going to be doing this year, and our goals a little bit, little New Year's resolution stuff. But first and foremost, we're going to start with what are we building. We're going to go to Cam first because he has an absolute metric ton of stuff to talk about, and then we'll get to me.
Yes. So let's start with Christmas. So first, I got the character encyclopedia
Yes.
with the Falcon Captain America minifigure. Very excited for that. Don't have to go try and find the Comic-Con one.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Christmas gift I got, they got the gift with purchase as well. So very excited to build that. Put a cool, maybe holiday picture, maybe something from the Brick Hour from one of our many adventures.
Could be.
My brother was able to track this down for me. I don't know
Oh,
how he found
wow.
it. I couldn't find it anywhere in Walmart, Target, Lego, anywhere online
He
without
managed to
paying an
find it.
obscene amount. But now I have all the City Jungle sets, so I'm very happy with that. A little bit of a completionist there. Ah, Helicarrier.
Helicarrier.
Okay, I haven't built it yet. I'm excited to build it. We both have talked about how it is overpriced, but
Yeah.
it still looks great. It looks great. I'm excited
Yeah.
to probably put it up next with my helicarrier that's like right above here. You can't
Hmm.
see it. So I'm excited to do that. And then before we got into the Lego store today, wonderful co-host and friend JJ gave me my Christmas present from him. One
Hmm.
of the last few Marvel sets I need to complete my collection of every single Marvel set, excluding Comic Cons.
Hmm.
And ironically, it's three junior sets, so thank you for getting one of the remaining junior sets I need.
You are very welcome.
Let's see. We're gonna move these out of the way because that was another Christmas present that I won't show off because it's not Lego. Now to the Lego store we went today. This is a
Yes.
very fresh, like we're filming a couple hours after we went to the Lego store. We came home, got a little bit of rest
Correct.
because we were up early after New Year's Eve, very late night.
I don't know how we survived
So
that.
let's see. To start off, do I go smallest to biggest or start with gift with purchases?
Go smallest to biggest.
All right. Don't know if this would count as small, but got every single series 27, all
Hmm.
12 of them. I partnered up with a couple of our friends and was able to split up a whole box between the three of us. So we all got a full set. Okay, here we go. Got this awesome little poly bag for our gift
Hmm.
with purchase. I'm excited for this. I like the small toucan, honestly. I mean, the penguin's good and the fish is pretty good. Got this gift with purchase. I
Hmm.
thought they were done. They ended 12/31, but I guess they had leftovers in our store, so I don't know if you did you get any, JJ? Well, we'll see later.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
not everybody got them, but I'm glad I did. I wasn't planning on getting this one. Let's see. All right. Got this other gift with purchase, the Lucky Knots.
I did get
Not
that one as well.
I'm not familiar with this, so I'm curious to see if it'll like, give like a little history like it does with like the Chinese New Year sets. It kind of gives like the card and such.
I'm assuming it probably will.
That was a fun one. And then actually we also went to our friends at Brick Rock after the Lego store. I
Hmm.
was able to grab the poly bag of the botanicals. I'm really excited to build this. It's very simple, but I love the botanical sets, man.
Yeah, you are a huge fan of those.
I'm not getting every single one in very particular, but they are a lot of fun. So
Hmm.
speaking of botanical, I got the bamboo plant.
Hmm.
Very excited for that
That
one.
one
I
looks
held
really
off on
cool.
getting the mini I'm trying to blank what the other one was. Orchid. I passed on that
Hmm.
for today just because I got a lot as it is. I had to get Tom and Jerry. I said it
Yep.
in our January buyer's guide. I had to get this day one. I love that they're doing classic characters. Let's see. We got Panda.
Yeah, that
I
panda.
love the
There's
look
a
of this set.
lot of people there for the
A
panda.
lot of people were there, and I'm probably gonna have to get a second one eventually because I want to do the penguins as well.
Yeah, the penguins look great.
And well, actually, yeah, you can see them better here too. Like the fact that you get not only the small version, but the mom and the child. I love that. I feel like that's very different from what they usually do with Creator. You expected this. I said in the January's buyer's guide, I had to get this. I want to show support for doing stuff other than the MCU. And I'm
Hmm.
really excited to get Spot. I know you aren't interested at all because you already have your customs.
I have my customs, so
But
yeah,
I'm
I'm going to
very
pass on that one.
excited to build this and actually compare the minifigures with some of like the Marvel Legends that I've
Yeah.
gotten to see like how they compare. And finally, yeah, I don't think this should come to any surprise to anybody.
The
The
Marvel
Marvel
logo.
logo. I had to get this. Honestly, looking at it now, I have an idea of what I might want to do. I'm sorry. I think I might want to try and do similar to my
Yours.
Cameron Studios. I might want to try, not with this, obviously, but it might help me figure out how to do Cameron Studios with
Mhm.
this kind of style.
In
So I'm
that kind of
curious to
style.
see. That will be a mock maybe later in the year after a couple
Yes.
of conventions because I'm working on a couple projects.
Hmm.
But that is all of what I'm building. JJ, what are you building?
So, Christmas. First things first, from you, I got the really nice DC Comics superhero 75th anniversary of Batman little comic. I do love this because the inside cover has the fold out of the DC, the
Mhm.
Justice League, and Legion of Doom, which just looks so cool. Um,
I love
this
it and
actually
hated it at the same time because there's so many characters in there
that
that we
aren't
don't
made
have or aren't
like
accurate to what we have.
the actual inside of this is so like the comic book itself is so great. This also, I'm pretty sure this predated.
Mhm.
Like Green Lantern is in this, but Green Lantern at the time had not actually been released as a minifigure yet, which was really funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Um, what else I got for Christmas was I was gifted from my girlfriend's cousin, gave me the buildable Sam Wilson Captain America figure. Um, he's honestly kind of cool.
It changed your
I know
mind.
I know no, I still hate
Oh,
that whole line of figures, but the wings
uh-huh.
make him really cool. Like it
Okay.
sets him apart, it makes him really unique, and I kind of want to try to find a way to mount him on the wall next to Spider-Man up there.
Hmm.
I think that could end up looking really cool. As well as for Christmas, I got a bunch of Brickrock gift cards. So I went over to Brickrock, as I almost destroyed the Jaws set,
Hmm.
and I grabbed this bad boy,
Oh, yes,
the
finally.
Bat Space Shuttle. As you can see, I've already started recoloring it, so it'll be black and yellow and not black and red, but
Yes.
such a good build. Like this is such a just a clean space shuttle set. And as you can see down there, I am already building the stand for it to sit on for the Batcave mock. Now for January 1st release date. I also got, as a gift with purchase, the Lucky Knots. I don't know if I'll ever build this. I might just hang on to it and maybe gift it to someone else one day. Not really my thing. It is kind of cool looking, but I don't know if
Maybe
I'll ever
save it for the garage sale at a convention or something.
might have to do that. Next up, I already built it because I was itchy when I got home. But I got the Superman mech, and I have to say, out of all of the mechs, I think this one is my favorite.
Can you flip it around? I want to see the back, what it looks like.
The back
Oh, that's an
looks
interesting cape concept with the
with
rockets.
the thrusters. I think this might be my favorite mech. It's so
Really?
simple but so clean. I also like the Lex Luthor minifigure is really good.
Wow.
But the highlight, and I have to say, I did modify him already with some parts I had in my collection, is this Superman is absolutely fantastic. Dare I say this Superman, like when you have like the swoosh hairpiece
Hmm.
and some dual molded legs, might be the best Superman minifigure we ever had.
Whoa.
Um, I also picked up, to no one's surprise, new Tumblr.
You caught
Um,
so much crap for that
Everyone was
when
making
you
fun of me
told
for picking this
everybody.
up, and I don't care. I'm a Batman fan. I love the Tumblr.
Hey, I would have gotten it too. I want to wait for it to go down just a little bit because it is smaller than the previous one.
I
But
am really
that
looking
those
forward to
minifigures are
this,
amazing.
so I can add Joker and Two-Face, well, the purple coat Joker and Dark Knight Two-Face to my Dark Knight trilogy collection. And the last thing I picked up, which I was really excited to finally get my hands on, was the Blacktron
Ah,
Renegade. I couldn't not get this. And to all the people from Rocklug and the Discord server, no, I am not turning this into a Batman spaceship. I've already done it with the Millennium Falcon. I'm not doing it with this.
so you're getting a
Um,
second one and doing it.
no, don't get that idea in my head. Um, that is pretty much what I got.
Mhm.
Let me just really quickly fix my jaw
Oh,
set so it doesn't try to
I
crush
forgot
itself. There we
something
go.
that I got.
You
My
forgot something.
I forgot to mention. I don't. remember
There we
where I
go.
put it. You know what? I see it on my table over there, but I'm not going to get up to grab it. My friend who came with me to the Lego store today,
Yes.
she got me the Captain America Red's Hulk brick heads,
Oh,
as
really?
well as a $20 Lego gift card that I used today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And so I have all the brick heads at the moment that have been released, but also at the Lego store, I was able to snag the cheese head.
You were able to. I did get a little box for bricks and minifigs.
Mhm,
It seemingly did not end up in my bag, so I have to go back to the Lego store tomorrow and probably pick it up. Because it did not, for some reason, make it. And I'm bummed because I really wanted to get
mhm.
that discount Rey Mysterio looking luchador guy because that was really cool. But now that's done. It's Q&A time. I am so excited for this. We got a lot of really good questions.
Yes.
We only had one get repeated, which was cool. And we're going to get to that one first because it'll be the one that was asked the most. Um, if your name was included on the question, we are going to say your name just so you know, so we can give you credit and shout you out a little bit because that's fun. So Cam, if you'd like to start us, and
Absolutely.
we can start the questions off.
So we looked over the questions and we thought this was the best one to start us off. So
Mhm.
Adam wrote in, how did you guys meet and become friends? So I can't remember when we specifically met. I feel like we've crossed paths at line at the Lego store, waiting in line.
Yeah,
I don't think we really got to know each other until like
a
Gina
couple years
kind of, our
ago.
friend Gina brought us together.
Yeah.
Like we were talking us three about probably something Marvel or superhero.
Hmm.
And then I saw you, me and Gina came to a lug meeting that you were
Yep.
at, and I'll admit I forgot your name.
Honestly, I
I
don't
knew it
remember
was a
yours
J.
either.
I knew it was a J, and I was like, what is his name? I just forgot the second J. But we got to talking a little bit then, and then we met at the Lego line again, got to talking a
Hmm.
lot, and we got to know each other a lot better. And I think it just kind of grew from there where we got to know each other, both love superheroes.
Yeah, it was a lot of like we always got to the Lego store super early for like
Mhm.
today. Like we got there at 6 a.m. on January 1st, along with a lot of us, and it's kind of fun because that group of
It's
people
that
kind
group
of
of
just
people, yeah, that
we used to all just kind of randomly show up at the same time, and now we all organize to show up at the same time, and like we
mhm.
have like donut days, whose days
We
it to grab
rotate who
drinks
gets
and stuff like that.
donuts.
Oh
We
yeah,
all have like the same chair now. Like we have like a chair that
the
collapses and
collapsible
like expands.
stool.
It's because we got sick of sitting on the ground or standing, and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
one person had it, and then the next time that whole group had it, and then the next time
Hmm.
I had it, and then Gina had it, and then you're next. You got to get your chair.
Because yeah, I know I still haven't got one. I think another thing was Gina and I had been going to lug meetings, and then
Oh.
we like convinced you to go to one, and
Hmm.
you came along, and then that's when all of us really we all really clicked and started becoming
Yeah.
like we got really close. But
And
that is yeah, it was basically just over the
I
course of
can't even remember though, like when we were like, let's do a podcast. But
I don't even, yeah,
we
that
became,
was
but basically what it boils down to, we met at the Lego line, got to know each other a little bit better in the Lego line, got to know each
mhm,
other better at our lug meetings, and as many say, the rest is history.
correct. So the next question that we had is from Jacob. And Jacob asked, "Do you think we will ever see a Lego Deadpool minifigure ever again in a set? Also, with the Milano releasing and including all the Guardians members in one set together, do you think this is the last time we will see them all together in a set?" So, two-part question. One, we did a video on this. So it was a
Yes.
previous episode we talked about, do we think we'll ever see Deadpool again? The short answer is yes, we
Hmm.
definitely think we'll see him again. In what form? That depends. My money's
Um,
on an 18 plus set mostly,
yeah.
but I could also see them doing like a helmet set of him. I think that could be very obvious.
Oh, and that would be an 18 plus set
Um,
as well. I think, well,
yeah.
oh, to step in the right direction is the fact that he was in the most recent Lego Marvel special on Disney Plus in the end
Hmm.
credits,
Correct.
but we also had Deadpool Wolverine, which was a huge hit,
Hmm.
and then he has been mentioned in Marvel media, so I feel like chances are good. So short answer, yes, but for a more in-depth look at what we think, check out the link in the description below of our previous episode.
Yes, and yeah, it'll be in the cards up top also, so you can also I'll put that in there so you can click that and write it if you want to. The second part of the question about the Milano. First
Mhm.
of all, Milano spaceship, if you haven't got it, amazing set. It was in the August 1st buyer's guide for I think both of us.
Yes.
And it was also in best sets of the year,
Hmm.
so in and a Christmas list. So like 100% get those.
I think we like the set.
it was a beloved set from last year. Um, do I think this is the last time we'll see the Guardians together in one set? No.
Mm-mm.
No. They'll definitely do that again.
I feel like it'll be similar to Star Wars and or Harry Potter, where we'll see it a few years. I don't know if maybe they'll
Yeah.
do it like the original Guardian sets where they split them up, but I would also love to see like maybe a comic book version. That would
I
be really
also
cool.
I also think what's more likely is we get like an 18 plus like honestly, I don't know why Marvel hasn't done this yet, but like the Star Wars dioramas where they do a
Yeah.
scene, like
Ooh.
dude, just put the dance off from the end of volume 1, like dude, put them all like that. They're all there. I mean, well, I
Mhm.
guess Groot's not, but you got pretty much everybody. Like there's multiple
Just a little twig to the side.
there's a bunch of ways in which you can put
There
all the
is.
Guardians in one set. So I definitely think your chances of never seeing them all in one set again is extraordinarily low,
Mhm.
but we definitely will see them all again in a
I
set.
think it'll be a while just because of how strong the Milano set is now. Like I can see it staying on the shelf for a while
Oh
because
yeah,
it's a great
oh
set on
yeah,
top of the fact you get the full team.
and
That's
it's
not
an
gonna
Infinity Saga set.
People are gonna want that to right, it's not tied to a specific movie.
I give it
So
3 years. I think it'll be out for 3 years
yeah.
easily.
All right, going on to our next question from a friend of the podcast, Daniel Lewa. How do you determine which themes or sets to limit yourself to, considering AFOLs have limited space for display? Excellent
This is
question.
this is a loaded question.
It is. Hmm. I think I'll start this one. I feel like for me, I started getting sets based on my interest.
Mhm,
So like Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, DC. And as time went on, I kind of found, like with Star Wars, I got most of the characters that I wanted and the ships that I wanted. So I've
mhm,
slowed down on Star Wars, unless there's like new media, like a new Mandalorian set perhaps.
mhm.
And then similar to DC, I feel like it was starting to kind of repeat. Whereas like Marvel for me, like that's my favorite property is Marvel and Disney. So I'm finding myself getting more Marvel and Disney.
Yeah,
But I'm also getting like some animal sets from like the Creator 3-in-1. I think you kind of just want to stick with your hobbies and interests within Lego, so you can kind of see like your favorite moments from
yeah.
those times. Like some of the Marvel sets, I love them just because I can see the movie in my head, but also just seeing it in Lego form,
Mhm.
it makes me happy. So like I feel like I do it based on what I care about. Like I don't like to buy just to buy. I know like some people like to buy it just for the build or just for the minifigures. I like to have a well-rounded view on how I buy my sets, but also what my interests are.
Correct. I think the same way for me. Like I used to be a guy where it's like, oh, there's a Marvel wave coming out. I'm gonna buy every set from it. And now, like today, I didn't buy any of the new Marvel sets at all. I do still buy pretty much almost every DC set when they come out because we don't get a lot of DC sets, so I like to
Mhm.
show them love. And I also just love DC comics. So of course, I mean, as seen for the giant bat cave behind me.
And then seen from all the
Um,
Marvel, I like to buy every Marvel set.
but for me, it's really a lot of what am I a fan of? I love
Yeah.
DC Comics. I buy Batman DC stuff. I love Marvel. I buy
Mhm.
Marvel Comics stuff. I love Star Wars. I don't buy Star Wars a lot because those sets are expensive. So what I've done is I've basically gone, if there is a specific ship or whatever in Star Wars that I really want and I love, I'll get one version of it,
Mhm.
and that is it. And mostly that is UCS stuff. So like
Yeah.
if like the UCS Millennium Falcon, I got that. I will never buy a Playscale Millennium Falcon ever because I have the ultimate one. Now I bought the Dark Falcon, but that was different because I was buying it to mod it, so like that's not the same.
You're
Um
welcome.
I love Jurassic Park, so like I get a lot of the Jurassic Park stuff.
Mhm.
Do I buy Jurassic World sets? Not really. I'll get them. I'll basically what I've been doing is I'll get them, get the dinosaurs and putting them
Mhm.
aside because my like penultimate giant massive mock I've always wanted to build is a full blown Jurassic Park one day.
Mhm.
So you got to get the dinosaurs for that. So like
Right.
but like even then, when it comes to display and like with limited space, Daniel A was totally right. And also before we even go further, if you've not checked out Sakuga Builds and the two videos you did with them, those are going to be up top also, along with a link to their channel. They're such fun guys. Please go check them out if
Hmm.
you haven't already. They're so much fun, and we
Has
would
so much
definitely
fun filming with them.
we'll be working with them again. But I used to think when I bought something, I put it together and it had to go on a shelf and it had to be out. I don't think that way anymore.
Mm-mm.
I'm very much along the lines of I'm fine cycling sets. Like I have my Indiana Jones sets and my Avatar set on a shelf in the very bottom. I'm moving them. I'm going to put them away and put them in storage because I want to be able to put the Black Tron Renegade next to the Galaxy
Ooh.
Explorer. And right now I got Transformers next to the Galaxy Explorer. So that's got to get shifted around. So
Hmm.
it really comes down to finding ways to be creative with what you have and identifying, excuse me, like there's these are sets that I really really love and
Hmm.
love having out, and these are some that I can put away for now and maybe cycle them out every now and then, or
Right.
when I have more space one day, put them all out. So that's kind of how I think.
Hmm.
That's a good question though. I like that
It
one.
really is. It's very thought-provoking because like not one person is the same. Like case in point, you and me are very different styles. But what it really boils down to, it's what makes you happy and like
Hmm.
what makes you happy with your collection.
Correct.
But no, great question, Daniel Lewa. And let's go on to the next one.
So the next one is for you.
Yes.
The next one is from a gentleman named Marco, who says, Cam, will you please give me your Comic-Con Deadpool minifig? No, still appreciate you.
Marco. Me and
Hold on.
Marco go back a little bit. We met in another Discord server and we've become good friends. Um, to answer your question, Marco, no, I'm holding on to that Deadpool Duck minifigure for as long as I can.
You're
I
never gonna
won't
sell that
say how
thing.
much I purchased it for,
No, don't do
but I
that.
am very, I'll say this. I'm happy for what I bought it at, considering where
Hmm.
the price is now. But
Correct.
for me personally, I've always wanted to have a Comic-Con minifigure in my collection.
Hmm.
And I feel like Deadpool Duck was like the right choice, both being Deadpool, but also such a different character that I don't think we'll see anything like him again. Like I didn't want to buy a Spider-Man one because there's so many different Spider-Mans. Deadpool Duck is original,
Hmm.
and we're never gonna see a version of Deadpool Duck again, I think. Now, if
No,
he
definitely
was
not.
in Deadpool Wolverine as a variant, that would have been interesting, but I'm very happy with it. So, Marco, I know you're collecting Comic-Con minifigures. Can't have mine. And now the next question is for you, JJ.
Oh no.
Yeah, yep. So this is from JJ's girlfriend, Erin. Why won't JJ buy me the AT-AT? So that's from Erin, JJ. So, what gives? Why aren't you getting her the
So,
AT-AT?
for reference,
Hmm.
Erin's favorite movie of all time, no, sorry, not favorite movie, her favorite Star Wars movie of all time is
Hmm.
Empire Strikes Back.
Good
Mostly
choice.
because the AT-ATs, she absolutely loves the AT-ATs. I gave her my Microfighter AT-AT. It is on her desk amidst her Animal Crossing stuff. So like there's like like Isabel's house is chilling there, then the AT-AT is like storming it, which is hilarious.
Crossover of the century.
Crossover of the century, along with her custom minifigure from Holly on Film of Taylor Swift. So that's just hilarious. It is retired and almost $1,000. So yeah,
I don't
no.
know. I mean, she's asking for it. You got to figure something out.
Listen,
As
I
long as I
want
have
it.
known you and Aaron,
I want it.
I know you want it. I've seen her bug you about it, and I'm just like, this is so funny.
It's gonna happen one day.
Something's gonna have to give sooner or later.
And was there not a second part to that question too?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, next question is from Trevor. And Trevor says, I first want to say how much I've enjoyed the podcast and I'm impressed by the guests you've had on so far. Thank you. Um, I think we've had a lot of great guests. We had, I mean, our first ever guest was Penn Plays. So like sky's the limit from there.
Yeah.
Um, and then randomly the one day, I think we can easily talk about this. We were talking with Penn about having him come back
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
for the Fortnite episode we did.
Yes.
And he goes, "Hey, I think I can get Ashen Flash." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, no way.
I
There's no
remember
way."
texting you like, so Pen just said he can get Action Flash,
I'm like,
and you
"What?"
thought I was lying.
I was bugging out. I'm like, "There's no way, Cam." And
And
sure
but
enough,
credit to
that
Penn, he put it together, and I had a lot of fun that episode. And Penn and Ash definitely saved us because we
yes.
don't know squat
And
about Fortnite.
Ash was a delight having on. But we've also had on, I mean, Ben the Brick Builder is so much fun. Scott is always fun having on. You'll see him again
Takuga
soon.
Builds.
Sakuga Builds, those guys. We'll doing the collab with them. They'll be on here
Rob,
at some
Doug.
point soon. Rob, Doug, I mean, Aaron came on the one episode to
Mhm.
talk about Animal Crossing. That was always fun. So if you liked the guests we've had so far, you better be ready for the fact that we have so many fun guests planned
Yes.
for the
We're
rest of
we're
the year.
very excited for what's to come, but more on that later.
Yes, the rest of your question is what's your white whale set or figure? Let's answer
Ooh.
both of these.
Okay.
My white whale set is easily the 2006 Batcave.
Ah,
I saw it in person for the first time
I was there.
At Empire Bricks, and Cam watched me physically freeze in place staring at it and like
Mhm.
didn't say a word for a good 2 minutes.
Yep.
Because I was like, I've never seen this in front of me before, and I was
You
like,
almost bought it too.
I came nowhere close to buying that. I was instantly like, I love this thing. I'm going to live here now, so I can just pretend it's mine. Um, my white whale figure. I mean, I don't want to say Cloud City Boba Fett, but like that's one. Like I
Wow.
don't know. That's a cool one.
It
But
is.
honestly, I think realistically, my white whale minifigure is the 2012 Comic-Con Green Lantern figure.
Ooh.
That was always
I
because
like that one.
it's based on the Ryan Reynolds movie. And people are probably thinking you don't want that Batman that was in that Comic-Con wave.
Hmm.
No, because there have been a million versions of Dark Knight
Hmm.
Batman since that have been better. So I don't care about that one. But that Green Lantern, I tried to hunt down for years.
Really?
And I will get it one day. I will
Okay.
get it. That and no, they'll do Bizarro at some point, but they're
Hmm.
never gonna go back and do Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern
Mm-mm.
ever again.
Never.
So yeah, I would. That is my white whale figure easily.
Great choice.
You?
Um, I'm gonna go white whale because like there's a lot of retired sets that I want. Like there's some Pirates of the Caribbean, some cars,
Hmm.
but I'm basing this on the likelihood of me getting it as well as the price because it's going nothing but up.
Yeah.
And this is an odd choice for me. I think you will be a little bit surprised. It's going to be the 50s diner modular.
Really
So the reason
interesting.
behind that is I always liked from afar, like I love the pink car,
Hmm.
but the diner itself reminds me of Disney World. There is
Okay.
a 50s cafe restaurant and
Yes.
you go it really does feel like you're going back to the 50s. They have black and white TVs. The waitresses are like your moms. If you don't eat your vegetables, you get given a sticker if you didn't eat your vegetables. They pick on you if you don't eat your vegetables. It's just it's got a sentimental meaning behind it just because I had so many great times with my family in Disney with the 50s Cafe restaurant.
Hmm.
So I would want to get the 50s Cafe just solely for that memory. As for my white whale figure, for the longest time, it was the Black Spaceman. After visiting with Doug at Do2 Bricks, as
Hmm.
well as going to Empire Bricks, I have been able to get two Black Spaceman minifigures. So currently, similar to you, it is a Comic-Con figure. It is the first Captain America from
Oh,
like New York Toy Fair.
oh, the Bucky Barnes version.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I
a tough
if it
one.
wasn't obvious, I'm a huge Captain America fan. So I would want it just for the fact that it is Captain
That's Captain
America.
America.
And I'll admit, a couple of months ago, I was looking into grabbing it after getting Deadpool Duck. I got like on a high of getting the Comic Con figure. So I was this close, but I'm holding off
You
because
stopped.
it's a lot of money for one
It's a
figure.
lot of money for one
So
figure.
fingers crossed, one of us wins the lottery and we just buy them together. But no,
Oh,
let's win the lottery. Um,
I wish.
Great question, Trevor. So, next question from Zach. First, it looks like, let's see. He has a statement and a question. So, I think, okay, which Lego theme is the GOAT? I think Star Wars because they have so many iconic sets, but I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts.
I'm gonna say something that I think people will be surprised by. Ninjago.
Okay,
It's
I can
easily
probably
Ninjago.
understand where you're coming from with that.
I think everybody thinks. like Star Wars City, Bionicle because of this nostalgia, but like Bionicle did its thing. It was so important. It
It
is
changed
what
Lego.
it saved the company
Hmm.
single-handedly. We would not be sitting here without Bionicle.
Hmm.
I love Bionicle. It is my favorite in-house Lego theme they've ever done. I love
Oh,
it.
okay.
Like the ones they made themselves.
Hmm.
It's an awesome theme. It did a lot. It's got such a cool history, a rich lore. But
Right.
when it comes down to greatest Lego theme,
Hmm.
it's Ninjago. Like that theme started off, it was originally supposed to be, it's going to be it runs for 3 years and it's done. And
Right.
similar to Bionicle, it kept on going and it kept on going. And I think the thing with Ninjago is that they didn't get lazy with those
Hmm.
sets. Those sets have consistently gotten better and better and better and better. As a case in point, Cole's Titan Mech. I had no interest in that theme, but I saw
Right.
that thing and went, oh my God, I need this. And the minifigures are always outstanding. The
Hmm.
TV show, I've not watched it, but people love it.
Yeah.
And I think to the credit of that theme is that every time Lego has attempted to create a new in-house theme and release a TV show alongside it, the TV show is bombed because Ninjago's TV show just
Yeah.
cannibalizes it. Like the fan base stuck with that. In that
Hmm.
1 year long window when Ninjago had no new releases, when the TV show was on hiatus, whatever, and there was
Right.
that 1 year gap, people were demanding it be back, and they brought
Hmm.
it back, and now you get the legacy line, and they're remaking stuff from the past, and it's like that theme has become like that theme is
Synonymous
up
with
there.
Lego.
It's
Yeah.
not even just times Lego, but like in my opinion, like the sets aren't overpriced. They have a
Hmm.
good they're good price point, great for value. Like I can't you can't pick a better theme than that. There's in this the builds are
Hmm.
so unique. Like I can't not put Ninjago number one
No,
in terms
yeah,
of
definitely.
greatest themes of all time. It has to be that.
I agree with everything you're saying. For me, I think one of the more iconic themes is oddly enough Lego Ideas. Not
Okay.
specifically for the sets compared to Ninjago. I love the concept of Lego Ideas because it's sets created by fans for fans.
Hmm.
And one thing that I feel like benefits Lego Ideas over many other themes besides maybe Lego Icons, you don't necessarily get the same thing twice. There
Hmm.
you get so many different types of sets as well as different themes and different IPs and like non-IPs. It's a wide variety of sets, but the big thing for me is the fact that it is made by Lego fans for Lego fans.
That is
The
a
fact
really cool thing.
that we get Wally, The Office, a Globe, Voltron, like those are all different walks of
That's
fandoms
very true.
that are under one theme.
It's very true.
So like it's not an in-house theme where Lego can kind of decide what to do with it, but the fact that it's made by the fans for the fans and then tweaked by Lego to make them either better or affordable
Mhm.
or whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's the theme of Lego fans for Lego fans.
I totally agree. That's like I wasn't expecting you to say that, but I kind of like you went there. Our next question is, what was the first set you ever had, received or bought? Um, ooh, first set I ever received.
Mine's
So
right there. Let me
the
grab
first,
mine real quick.
you're good. Well, I wonder what he's grabbing. This is new. We've never had Cam get up before during this. What's back there? Oh dang, look at all that back there. This is an interesting pause as we wait for him to return. I could be saying anything about her right now too. He's not gonna know what's going on when he comes back.
That probably sounded so weird.
Nah, you're fine.
So this I got when I was 5 years old
Ooh,
from my uncle.
what is?
I
Oh,
believe
is
this
that
is
from Alpha Team?
it is from Alpha Team. I was 5 years old and it is from what back then downtown Disney Lego store.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother, our entire family went and we celebrated me and my brother's birthday while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember walking to our hotel room and seeing a Lego bag hanging off our hotel room door.
Mm-hmm.
I got this set. My brother got the killer whale set. It doesn't look like a whale. This isn't the set that my uncle got me. I was five, so half the pieces are gone. I got this during COVID, so I could have it myself,
Mm-hmm.
just come
Yeah,
complete. But this was my first set, as
that's
well
cool.
as like a big creator blue tub. full of like
Oh,
random
that's cool.
pieces. But this was like my probably my first set. That was just like
Hmm.
a creator tub. But no, that is my first set, and I'm glad I got it not restored, but I got a new one just so I could
You got a
have
new
like a full
one.
copy. Because I took the pieces from my brother's and I's old set and made my own.
Mhm.
I don't know where that one is, but that is my first set.
So funny enough, looking at Bionicle, the first set that I ever bought and received
Hmm.
were they were both Bionicle sets, funny
No
enough.
way.
So the first that I ever received was a hand-me-down set from my uncle who gave me he had collected a bunch of Bionicle sets to basically
Oh, that's
give to
cool.
my other cousins, but they showed no interest. So the first Lego set I ever got was Leewood Nuva,
Okay.
which I still have. He's in peace. I'm trying to fix him right now, but that's cool. Then I got him, loved it. Ended up with
Hmm.
Bahatu Nuva shortly afterwards, come from the same like hand-me-down lot, and
Hmm.
then ended up with Tahumata, Kopaka Mata, Gali Mata, and Liwa Mata all in the same group. And I have since practically pretty much collected all of the original Toa
That's
since
awesome.
then. The first set that I bought was oh my God, it was 2009 or
Oh.
10. And it was like I had gotten birthday money or whatever,
Hmm.
and I went out and I got Matanui and Vastus from
Okay.
that wave when it came out. The two Gamorrean legends, no
Hmm.
Gamorrean legends, Glatorian legends, sorry. So I got both of those. Those were both sets that I bought. Like, that was the first time I like went to the Lego store and or like went to the
Hmm.
mall or whatever. And was like, I have money. I'm buying these two sets of them. Like those are the first two. So both of them were Bionicle. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I remember like shortly after getting a bunch of Bionicle, I ended up with like the 2006 Batmobile was one of the first ones I ever got.
Hmm.
And then one of the first times I ever went out like to buy like stuff like that was yeah, it was pretty much all superheroes from then on out, but it
Yeah.
was cool stuff.
I think that's what got me out of my quote unquote dark age. Because like going up until like 2012, like I would get a set here or there, like an occasional Star Wars, or like I would get Pirates of the Caribbean. But superheroes is really what got me back into it, as well as Lord of the Rings. I remember buying
Yes.
the one with the cave troll with my own money.
Oh yeah, that was a
When
good
the
one.
East, when our Lego store first opened, it was like relatively close to us. The first time I went to the store and bought something for myself. But no, great question from anonymous. Okay. So next question is from a good friend of mine, brother from another brick.
BFAB. Love BFAB.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend.
What inspired you guys to start a podcast?
So I'm gonna take this
So
one. I'm gonna take this one.
actually, I'm gonna have to.
Okay. Oh
So,
yes, no, you should take the first part of this.
mhm.
Yes.
So I've wanted to do something with Lego for a long time, ever since, oddly enough, COVID, when I saw, if I feel like Lego YouTube really hit a big point during like the very start. Like there was Lego YouTube before, but like
Hmm.
COVID really shot off because there's nothing to do.
Yep.
But I became friends with Penn. I was in Holly on Film server,
You
and
still are.
yes. And recently, before we started our podcast, I've been hemming and hawing, wanting to do like a channel of my own because I've had so many friends tell me I got a big enough collection, I got a lot of insight. They like what I have to say. I should really try and do a YouTube channel. I'm not that well versed on YouTube and stuff like that, but at one point I was on a stream with Holly on Film and BFAB,
Hmm.
and we were talking about it, and I was like hemming and hawing at it, and they both just said, go for it. I can't remember if this was before or after you and I were kind of talking about it,
It was before. It
but
was
once
before
they
because you were.
did, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it for it. And I remember talking to you about it after Lego Store about
Mhm.
doing a podcast. And I feel like that's where, if it wasn't for Holly on Film and Brother from Another Brick, I don't know if we would have the Brick Hour today.
Probably not. And I mean, another thing so when I was in college, I had a couple of friends. We started like just like a general movie podcast, like a movie channel.
Hmm.
Um, that was really fun. We did a bunch of episodes for that. One of our biggest ones, we've ranked every movie in the MCU.
Oh,
up to that point. Like I think Endgame had just come out, so we did
oh,
everything up to Endgame.
okay.
And then the whole thing, like with COVID, we just stopped doing it because we,
Yeah.
again, in school, like things got busy, we gave it up. I think those videos are all still there, but they're probably all delisted now. I don't know. That would be fun for me to go back and look at, honestly.
I want to
Um,
see that ranking.
yeah, I'll have to send you that video. And then when I was there, there was basically when I was in college, I went to school at RIT, and RIT is synonymous with Division One college hockey. That
Hmm.
school's big sport is Division One college hockey. And I was asked by a couple friends to, hey, like we want like let's start a hockey podcast. They knew I had done the movie one before. We're like, dude, just come on in. So we went, the three of us, we did it,
Hmm.
and it was fun. It went for a couple seasons. Um, just whatever happened, I ended up stopping being a part of that after a while.
Hmm.
Scheduling conflicts and other kinds of whatevers got in the way. But I enjoyed making these kinds of video format where we
Hmm.
just sit and talk and converse.
Right.
I had always wanted to like I wanted to do a Lego podcast. Like when I did the movie one, like we would do toy news. I
Hmm.
would inject the toy news segment just to talk about Lego stuff, and they're always like,
Yes.
"Dude, like none of us buy into this. Like, why are you always talking about it?" So I at this point was really close with you, and I was like, "Dude, we should totally start a Lego podcast. It'd be
Hmm.
really fun because we have enough friends with the lug. We'd be able to jump in and do stuff."
Hmm.
And we started figuring things out.
Hmm.
I think we took like the summer to
We
like
started,
what are
I
we
feel like
what are
late
we gonna call
July.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we spent like
not
most of June trying to
most of
figure out
June
a
and July
name.
figuring it out, and
Yep.
then in July we filmed and recorded it and released in August. So
Yeah.
I was like, and obviously it's been a total. I feel it's been a complete success. I'm loving this so far, but
I'm
that is kind of
shocked
what
where we
inspired
are
me.
at this point already with
Mhm.
not only the subscribers, but some of the views we've got since we're so new and small. I'm very happy with where it's come. And like, I think what you'll agree with me on this, we're not doing it to make money or get to be like the biggest Lego podcast ever. Like, we're two friends who enjoy
Mhm.
Lego and we just want to talk about it with each other, but also get other people's input and just have fun with
Yes.
having friends on and meeting new people. Like the fact that you were able to meet Penn and I was able to meet, well, not meet, but to actually talk to Penn as
Mhm.
opposed to just messaging each other on Discord. I feel like it's opened up a lot of opportunities for us to make new friends, but also just
Correct.
kind of it's grown our friendship honestly with
It's
working together on this.
yeah, and it's also it's fun to interact with the community more than just making posts on Instagram like I've been doing for the last few years. But yeah, I mean that's love
Yeah.
that question. Love
Hmm.
BFAB. He's awesome.
Thank you, BFAB. I hope to see you again in Brickworld, Chicago.
We definitely will be seeing him there. The next question is from another anonymous asker, and I'm putting this out there right now. I want to know who asked this. It's a two-part question.
I'm reading this. I feel like I might know who.
So the first part of this question is if Cameron Studios and Gangster, which is supposed to be Langster Builds,
It
were
could be
nin
Gangster, honestly, with who I think it is.
Gangster Builds be kind of sweet. Were Ninjago characters, which one would they be? Also, how many Doritos can Langster eat in one sitting? Which one of you goobers wants to know how many Doritos I can eat in one sitting?
It wasn't me. I'm telling you right now.
Like I don't even like
You're like,
Doritos
why are they
that
going
much.
after you? Like, what are you? Where did
Why
Doritos
me?
come from and why you?
I don't,
I hate Doritos.
I don't love like they're fine.
Yeah.
If I have to get chips, I'm not picking Doritos. Like I'm not picking
I mean,
anything but
I'd rather
that.
a Doritos Locos Taco first or something.
I'd rather no. Ew, God,
Oh my God, they're so
you're
good.
just destroying your intestines eating that.
I'll admit I don't know much about Ninjago, so I guess I'll go with my favorite color, the red one. I don't know much
You
about
know, Ty,
Ninjago.
dude,
Sure.
I'm picking Pythor. Pythor's
Oh
my
my
bro.
God.
I love me some Pythor. As much Pythor as if I had to pick a villain, it'd be Pythor. If I had to pick a hero, I'd be Cole because
Which
of the
one's
Titan
Cole?
mech, and I feel like I have a love for Cole now.
Which one
Um,
is Cole?
he's the
Green?
orange, black, brown, like that color scheme.
It shows you how much I know.
Yeah. Um, but you know what? I think I know who this is. Methuselah, is this you?
That's what I'm guessing.
I feel like this is Methuselah from
Yes,
Sakoga. It's got to be him. This seems like a Methuselah
it
question
does.
because the end of it just seems like
The
it
fact they
seems
call
like
you,
his
I could
kind of
see him
humor.
calling you Gangster Builds.
I totally can see that too.
All right.
Definitely just a
Next
typo, but
question. Let's
um,
see. All right, this is. Oh, Aaron's back.
nope.
Will
Question
you help
13.
me build the Eras Tour stage?
I have told you I will. as long as you bring it to Brick Universe and display it.
Ooh. Hey, I'm all for it. I mean, I might
I got a bunch of
prefer,
parts. We can do it.
I would prefer short and sweet, but that's just me.
Okay.
All
Sabrina
right.
Carpenter fan.
Yep.
Um, this is one for me. This is
Yep.
from Flicks Brick Chick. Um, love Shira. She's awesome.
Ah.
How did JJ get so into Batman?
Yeah, how did you?
So seriously, here's funny
He's a great
backstory.
character, don't get me wrong. But just like you're like that next step.
There is a hilariously infamous picture of me as a baby wearing a Superman t-shirt that says Super Baby. My mom used it in my high school yearbook for like baby
Nice.
picture, and everyone's like, "You're wearing a Superman shirt?" I'm like, "Okay, I was like a year old. I couldn't comprehend what I was even wearing. Like,
You didn't
I
pick your
probably just
outfit.
pooped my own pants. Like, who knows?" But so I like when I grew up,
Mhm.
we'd have dinner as a family. We'd watch the news, and then we would watch Justice League afterwards. We always watched Justice League the animated series.
Yeah,
So
I
for the
love that show.
DCAU, we watched that and Justice League Unlimited all the time. Um, I always loved Batman,
Hmm.
and I would at the beginning of every episode, I would ask my dad, is Batman in this one?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't watch these. Like I've watched them with my now." For reference, my dad is a huge fan of superheroes. His favorite superheroes are Aquaman and the Hulk. So
Ooh, good
you can kind
combo.
of see where, yeah, interesting combo. My brother's favorite superhero growing up, because of Justice League Unlimited, was Booster Gold.
Okay.
And we were a DC house growing up.
All right.
I
Enough
just
about
always
your family. How did you get into Batman so much?
That's what I'm getting into. Was I always thought Batman was the coolest character in Justice
Okay.
League because he was always just awesome. I
He's the
don't
one without
know.
powers.
He had no powers and he was just cool to me. I don't know. I always loved Batman. And then like as I grew older and older and I started reading comics and getting into that, like the Batman comics were so good.
Hmm.
Oh my God, they were so good. And then Arkham Asylum came out, that video game, and I played that. Like I was already a huge Batman fan at that point, but that game just cemented my love for
Right.
Batman. And I have always loved Batman since then. Honestly, I think the Lego sets played a big role because I
Yeah.
could like actually
I
like,
remember playing the video game. That probably played a
oh
factor
my
for you
God,
too.
yeah. I see. I was never a fan of like action figures as a little kid. Like I had all the Justice League figures and I
Hmm.
lined them all up on my windowsill at home. And Batman was always the one I like took the most care over. But
Hmm.
like I liked Lego more because I was able to like build these big things. So
Yeah.
like I liked having a Batmobile and having a
Hmm.
Two-Face truck to fight and like I would customize the Batmobile a bunch and all like it was like that Batman he just became my favorite superhero. He's my favorite fictional character of all
That's
time. Like
awesome.
that's just what he is now.
All right. Moving on from an amazing question from Lamp,
I
good
love
friend of
this one. This is
mine.
a good one.
Fortnite and Animal Crossing are new video game Lego themes. What are y'all's picks for the next video game theme? In parentheses, don't cheat and say Zelda or minifig scale Mario. Both already have sets. I don't think we're ever getting minifig scale Mario sets.
No, probably not.
For the
We'll all
next
be
theme.
dead by the time they decide they want to make minifigures. I'm dead serious when I say that.
Yeah.
We will all be buried alive.
Hmm.
Sorry, buried, done.
We'll be dead. We'll be
We'll
six
be
feet
dead
under.
by the. We'll be 16 under by the time that happens. Um,
Um,
Zelda will get another. So to address Zelda quick, that
yeah,
should get another set at
it
some point.
should. It has its own
I'm just
theme on Lego website.
yeah, I'm just concerned because the Deku Tree was so expensive,
Hmm.
and I'm not a Zelda guy, so I don't know what to do.
Um,
Now,
Next
if
Lego theme.
I'm gonna do this a little bit. I'm I got two answers here.
Okay.
One's kind of a cheating, one's not. The one that's kind of a cheating is I would absolutely love to see sets based on the Arkham games.
Okay.
Like, given the Arkham Asylum Batmobile, I would. I know we don't talk a lot about rumors on this.
Hmm.
The rumor of the Arkham Asylum that's supposed to be coming later this year. Dear God, if that's based on Batman Arkham Asylum, I will
Okay.
cry. I would love to see something like that. The Arkham Knight Batmobile, like the Arkham Origins Batwing. Like, there are
Hmm.
so many iconic things from those games that could work well as Lego sets.
Yeah.
The Lego, the theme that I would love to see that I
Hmm.
think would work really well
Yeah.
is Little Big Planet from PlayStation. Little
Oh.
Big Planet 2 is one of my favorite video games of all time. I used to get home from like middle school and
Hmm.
all my friends, we would all jump on and we would play like the explosion survival maps.
Right.
Like in that game, like you could create your own levels and share them into the PlayStation Network, and people could play on
Mm.
them, which was awesome. Like the Sackboy is one of the most iconic PlayStation characters ever created. So I would love to see. I mean, you could do a
Hmm.
theme, but I would love to just see just
An icon
a,
set.
an Icon's Little Big Planet set.
Hmm.
Be perfect. I would love it.
Um, See, I'm not much of a gamer, so my expertise is not high. I mean, I've always enjoyed Pokemon growing up. I know Mega Bloks has that.
Hmm
Um, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you kind of hit the point. I mean, obviously, I would love to see Minifig Mario, but I don't think that's ever going to happen at this point.
hmm
I just go back to like the game I played a lot when I was younger was Super Smash Brothers. So like, I'd love to
Yep,
see maybe if they were to somehow do a Super Smash Brothers wave, perhaps.
that'd be
Like
cool.
get Minifig Mario, get Pokemon, get Ice Climbers, get Mr. Game and Watch or Rob or just all those characters somehow mixed together in some shape or form. I feel like that'd be really cool. I don't know if we'll ever get that.
Probably not.
Lego keeps surprising me with what IPs they're able to get. So I feel like great question by Lamp. My expertise is low on that, but I'm very curious to see what the next video game that they do is because
I also feel
they
like
keep surprising me.
a lot of the video games that like I love and enjoy and that I think are super iconic are all way too mature for a Lego theme. Like they're never going to do God of War.
Mm-mm.
Call of Duty will never happen
No,
ever. Um,
but I mean, they Halo was in Mega Bloks. I feel like
yeah, Mega Bloks didn't have the same morality
it doesn't.
pushes that
But honestly,
Lego
great
does.
question. I wish I was a better video game expert to answer this question, Lamp.
Honestly, I don't even care. It's violent. Give me a Mortal Kombat theme. I'd go nuts over that.
All
I'd
right.
lose my mind. Next question. Is what is your favorite non-licensed theme?
Ooh,
So I kind of already answered this earlier. I think it would easily be it's Bionicle and Ninjago. Those are my two favorites. Love them.
for
Love
me,
them.
oddly enough, it's probably lately because like obviously I'm very into IP, but the most non-IP sets that I get are the Creator 3-in-1s.
Yeah, those have been
Specifically
really
the
good
animals,
too.
but also I'm loving the botanicals lately. Probably how realistic they are.
Those have
But
been
for me, I,
really
I
good.
love animals, so it's always cool to like add more to my shelf. Like I cannot wait to build this panda.
Oh yeah, that's
But
good. I'm excited to see how that looks once you're done
oh
with it.
yeah, but I mean also probably classic space. I love the helmets. I love the little space outfits that they have. And like I
Hmm
have and everything is awesome set, but swapped out for the spacemen.
Yeah.
But no, great question from Anonymous. Next question here from another Anonymous. What is the most random set in your collections? Hmm.
All right, for me, there's two.
Okay.
For me, there's two.
Okay.
The first one is obviously Cole's Titan Mech. It is the only
Yes.
Ninjago set I own, but it's also incredible. I've preached enough about how much I love that thing. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else that's really random. And then the Avatar, the flight of the Banshee first flight
Oh.
one.
Hmm.
That was the only Avatar set I bought, and
That's a good set to buy though.
it kind of just lingers around my Lego room. Like it's never prominently displayed anywhere. It's always getting just like moved around
I
places,
feel like if you were to
now it's
take
in
them
storage.
off and
Like
like just have them hang from your ceiling, that'd be pretty cool.
could try that, but I can't drill into the ceiling because I'm
Hmm.
renting this place, so that would be
Sticky
bad.
tack.
Ooh, that's a
Um,
good idea. Or command strips too.
yeah, for me, so it's odd because I have a random assembly. Like I feel like a lot of the idea sets are random for me just because like I bought Voltron. I've
Hmm
never watched it. I bought it with the mindset that we would never get a Transformers set or a Power Ranger set.
Then they made Transformers.
They did, and I didn't buy those. But also like outside of sets, like I have some cool Lego merchandise that wasn't really common. Like I got a bottle opener and wine corkscrew,
Hmm
but I also got this really cool pen from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man era.
Yes, I've seen his pen.
Um, as for random sets, I don't really go out. I like what I like, so I don't buy most random stuff. I mean, there's probably a bunch of gift with purchases that are random and compared to my collection, but probably Voltron, just because I've never seen the show. But just
Hmm
it reminded me so much of a Power Rangers. Actually, it's funny. I forget what I bought that day, but I remember going to the Lego store and then I went down to the restaurant slash bar Champs, the sports bar.
Yes.
And I was talking to the
Good
bartender, talking to
restaurant.
him about it, about the sets that I got, and I mentioned Voltron. He somehow made me think, huh, I should go grab this set. I ran down, bought it, came back, and ate lunch, and then we went home. But
That's
we, as in
funny.
my brother and my friends, I got it. No, wait, it was my brother and my mom. We were just having a fun day to ourselves. Went to the Lego store, went to have lunch, and I was like, I'll be right back. Ran, bought it, came back. And honestly,
That's
it's
a
one of
good
my
set.
favorite in my collections because it is so unique.
It is, yeah. The second to last question we have is from Jordan.
Hmm.
And Jordan asks, do you guys listen to any other podcasts? And the answer to that is yes. We both listen to
Hmm.
some other shows. I am a really big fan of the 6 Feet Under podcast with Mark Calloway.
Okay.
If you don't know who that is, he's the Undertaker, from WWE.
Oh, cool.
I am a pretty big wrestling guy. I love watching wrestling.
I never would have guessed that.
I watched. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
not like my door can smell what The Rock is cooking. Dude, I bought this thing at a holiday fair for $10, and it's awesome. Um,
Oh.
but I watched WrestleMania 40 this year. It was like one of the. I hadn't realistically, honestly watched WrestleMania since Rock Cena 2.
Hmm.
I don't even remember which one that was. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't remember which WrestleMania, but
Hmm.
I watched WrestleMania 40 literally just because I wanted to see how if Cody Rhodes was going to finish his story. He's going to win. It's obviously scripted, but I was more just like, how is he going to win? Who's going to interfere in this match, like
Hmm.
superstar wise? And it was like John Cena comes out and I'm flipping my lid. Undertaker comes out, I'm flipping my lid, and I love the inside baseball of wrestling. So I wanted to like I fell in love with the 6 Feet Under podcast with Mark
Hmm.
Calloway because he's constantly like Mark Henry, Shawn Michaels. He brings all these old wrestlers in, and they just talk and they just
Yeah, it's
spit
natural.
stories back and forth. It's really fun listening to that because you get to learn all these things you
Hmm.
never would have heard before. I love him. I love him as a person. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, like Mark Calloway is really cool. So that is the podcast I listen to a lot.
Hmm. So I, oddly enough, I mean, if people know me, they know I'm a big hockey guy.
Mhm.
But the podcast that I actually listen to on a weekly basis is actually New Heights with the Kelsey brothers. I really
That's a
liked
fun
their
one too.
story. I didn't really pay much attention to football outside of like the Bills, and that was only recently.
Mhm.
But after seeing the Super Bowl with them two together and like how big the storyline was, them two playing against each other, like their mom kind of being in the middle, it
Mhm.
kind of made me start watching their podcast a little bit, getting to know them a little bit. And I don't watch it for the football aspect of it. I watch it because they are just watching them interact is just so fun to me.
They're just two brothers screwing around.
Exactly.
Like
I'm a
it's hilarious.
big advocate for like family and friends. Like if
Mhm.
you're with your family and friends, like you're always having fun, and just to see them two, how they interact with each other, like some of the guests they've had, like the fact that they've had Bill Murray, Adam Sandler, love Adam Sandler.
The Bill Murray episode.
Hmm.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Awesome. And like I saw um at the time of filming this video, tomorrow's episode has Caitlin Clark. I am so
Oh, I'm
excited to
gonna
see that.
watch that big time now.
But to me, I'm all like I said, big family person, and just seeing
Mhm.
how they interact with each other. It's so fun to watch. It's so wholesome, and like I'll have it on in the background while I'm building a set or cleaning something and trying to
That's what
get
I do
my Lego
with
area.
60 under. I do the
But
same thing.
then that's usually during the football. But like when they have guests, or they're talking to them, or they're talking about like new news or something, they
Mhm.
have fun with each other, and like that, I feel like
Yeah.
we need more of that just to see just fun. And
Yep.
they just make me smile. They make me laugh. And I hope, who knows, maybe we'll get the Kelsey brothers on here one day.
Dude, that would never gonna happen, but like my God, that'd be hilarious.
We'll come back to this video when it happens.
Dear God. If that dude, I'll give you $100 if that happens. I'm that
Only a
serious.
hundred?
Yeah. I mean, these aren't really podcasts, but I love Bright Sun Films. I love
Hmm.
that YouTube channel. He does more like docuseries stuff, but I love just
Hmm.
listening to his stuff. His series Bankrupt has like I enjoy watching it.
Hmm.
Not that I'm happy that these companies have gone under, but like it's more just interesting, like learning about their rise and how they got so big, and then kind of like what went wrong and how they fell apart.
Hmm.
I just find that fascinating. But
Yeah.
that's, I mean, that's much it. But
Yeah.
last question we have, if you'd like to ask that.
Absolutely. So this is from Chad. Hi, Chad. Are you part of a local club and how did you find it? If so, what happens at a club meeting?
So we're gonna kind of cheat with this one,
Yeah, this
Chad,
one's getting an episode of its own.
and that episode is going to be next week. We are very happy to be having Chad Roscoe, the president of Rock Lug, is going to be coming on next week to talk about lugs and Lego user groups and
Mhm.
how you can find them, what ours is all about, um, and just a lot of information regarding that. So we're not going to answer this question. This question is going to be an episode next week. So we're very excited to have him on. Might have some other people from Rock Lug, might not. We'll have to see.
Mhm.
But we are a part of a local club, Rock Lug, Rochester Lego User Group. If you're in the area, please consider joining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their
It,
stuff
it
is
changed everything
everywhere.
for me, honestly. But we'll get
Yeah,
more
it
into
really
that
did.
next week.
But yes, we will be answering a lot more about this next with Chad himself coming on.
Yes.
So with that, that is the end of the Q&A. So now we're going to talk a little bit about 2025
2025.
and the future of the channel. So just quick informational tidbits. We started this channel in like early August,
Late July, yeah.
late July, because we had the episode for the Buyer's Guide before
Hmm.
August 1st. And our goal for basically
2024?
from well, yeah, for like the last for our entire length of 2024, for our first quote unquote
Hmm.
year, was 50 subscribers by January 1st. We wanted to be at 50. By October, we were at 75. And well, so we were at 50 by October, and we were both like, all right, 75 by the end
Boost
of
it
the year.
up.
Let's do it. And now here we are sitting at almost 193.
We're at 93
It's
now?
We're
I
at
just saw we were at
93.
91. Wow, cool.
Thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, jeez.
Dude,
Um,
I posted that video on the YouTube Shorts, and we gained 3 subscribers in like 12
I'll take it.
hours.
I'll take it.
Um,
Um, but yeah, so this year we're probably it's a long shot. We're
mhm.
hoping to get to maybe 500.
I wouldn't say maybe. I think 500. That's our goal.
Let's go for 5. We're gonna aim for 100 a quarter. We got a lot of big plans for this year because we're planning on having some more guests.
Hmm.
We're doing a lot of conventions this year. We're going to do a lot of events through our lug, but we're doing 3 specific conventions this year. We are doing our local one at Brick Universe.
Hmm.
We are doing Brick World Chicago, as we've announced previously.
And
And
now
lastly,
we are now announcing today that we are going to be going to Brick Fair, Virginia. Now, this one to me is very sentimental, I guess.
yes,
When I first started getting into Lego YouTube, originally found MGF Extra or MGF Custom, sorry. So Ross Fallon, big fan of his. I know he's been dealing with a lot lately, so hopefully he gets back on his feet soon and is able to get back to customizing because we miss you, Ross. You're awesome. Um, but one of the first videos I found was his vlog of
mm,
Brick Fair, Virginia. And I was like, wow, like I want to go to this. And I want to build something and go to this. I always wanted to do that. Um, and over the years, like Brickfest Live came through Buffalo and I went to that. If you don't know what Brickfest Live is, great. Don't go to one. They suck.
no, mm-mm.
They're so bad. Brick Universe, phenomenal. Brickfest Live is a scam. Do not go.
Brick World
Um,
Chicago. Cannot wait to go again.
It's
But
yeah. But for me, it was always like Brick Fair was the be all end all. That was my goal. One day I wanted to go build something that I could
mhm.
bring to Brick World and display. And now I'm gonna have that in the back cave. So it's very sentimental for me that this is something I've wanted to do since I was like a little kid. Since I was 12 years old and got my first Batcave set in 2012 for my birthday, it was I'm bringing this. I want to build a big bat cave and bring it to a Lego convention. This is what I want to do. And now I have a bat cave that I am proud enough to bring and want to do something with. So we are very happy to be going to that.
Yes.
That'll be really, really cool.
And the final, well, we also a couple more changes to the channel. We're gonna want to start posting some more shorts. We're gonna call them Brick
Yep.
Minutes. We're gonna
Yep.
do like quick news, like any new set reveals or something, or like any tidbits of news that we want to shout out. We'll be
Mhm.
doing Brick Minutes. And finally, our newest addition to the channel, we are
I'm
going to be
so excited for
doing
this. We are announcing today that we are starting a new series,
a sub-series.
monthly series, one
Hmm.
episode per month,
Yes.
where we are going to look back and do retrospectives on retired Lego themes.
Yes.
And whether they be good, whether they were bad, whether they were kind of just forgotten about.
Hmm.
And we are calling this Brick Hour Time Capsule. We are extraordinarily
So
happy to
excited.
be rolling
So
this out.
excited.
Cannot wait.
And what's
Um,
really special about this sub-series for us is we are going to have specific guests for that theme.
yep,
We don't want to just do a theme just to do a theme. We want to have a guest who is passionate about the theme, who loved the
yep,
theme when they were younger or wish they brought the
correct.
theme back.
Yeah.
We want to get some we I have me and JJ have talked about old themes that we wish would come back, and
Mhm,
we just think that they should get their time in the sun again. Bring it back somehow.
correct.
And
Or at least
it's fun
just
to talk
remember
about
them a
old
little
sets. It's
bit.
fun to be a little nostalgic, and it's fun
Yeah,
to talk to people who had that passion for it when they came out and wish they
correct,
came back now.
correct. Those episodes will drop the third week of the month on that Tuesday. So the third Tuesday of every month, you can expect a time capsule episode. We are really excited for that. The first one will be, I believe it's January 21st.
Is that the third month? Third
I
Tuesday?
believe that is the third
It
month. It is.
it is okay. Oh
So
yeah, because
January,
today's Wednesday. Yeah,
so January 21st will be the first episode of Brick Hour Time Capsule. That will be really fun. I cannot
I'm
wait
so
to start
excited.
that up. We're gonna have a blast with that. Um, but that was kind
That's
of it
it.
for
That's
our
about it for
announcements.
25. I'm excited for 2025. I feel like 2024 was a great year for not only the podcast but just you and me ourselves being able
Yeah,
to grow the friendship that we've had, and
yep,
I'm really happy to have met you and grow this friendship. And I can't wait
100%.
to see what 2025 brings. 2025 is going to be a fun year, and I can't wait to see what we can do.
It's going to be so much fun. And if you're just getting on for the ride and getting in it, subscribe now. Just do it. We're having so much fun. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when every new episode goes live. Friday at 2 o'clock, we're leaving that the same. That
Hmm.
worked 2024. It's going to work in 2025. Um, if you have not already, also go follow us on Instagram at Brick Hour Pod. Or, sorry, the Brick Hour Pod. We post a lot of reels over there. We do a lot of fun stuff. Some of them will be posted on Instagram first and then will be on YouTube also, but there are going to be some that are just to Instagram.
And some just
Unfortunately,
to
our
YouTube.
Pepe meme got taken down by YouTube because we used a song they didn't like.
It's a great song.
Curse you, YouTube. Pepe the prawn should always
No,
be on
don't
our
curse
intro.
YouTube. This is where we are.
You know
All
what?
right.
Whatever. You can
With
also
that being
follow
said,
me at you can follow me on Instagram at Langster Builds. There will be links to all kinds of stuff in the description because, of course, we commented
we
on
talked
many
about a
things.
lot today.
We put a lot of stuff. We will see you guys next week for the Rock Lug episode, for the Lego Movie
Yes.
Group episode. Have a great rest of your week. Happy
Happy New
building.
Year.
Happy New Year and happy building.